Welcome to Psychic Sunday. Start your week with a spiritual tune-up. This is Reverend Kirti, and today we're going to talk about how to align with your soul purpose. First, what we'll cover in this episode. In this episode, we're going to talk about the basics of soul purpose, what it is, and what's general for everybody, and then what the specific purpose is for people, the signs of being in alignment, the signs of being out of alignment with your soul purpose, and how to align to your soul purpose. So we're going to talk about those basics. I love giving you the how-tos. I give you the how-tos after you understand the mechanics behind the scenes. So first things first, the basics of soul purpose. The soul purpose of everyone on the planet is the same. This is really important because the whole thing is all about experiencing this mystical thing we call enlightenment, which just basically means we're here to learn, we're here to grow, and we're here to teach. In every single interaction that you have with others, you are going to be learning, growing, and teaching all at the same time. Every single one of us is a teacher, and every single one of us is a learner, a student at the same time. So you can learn. We can all choose to learn using anger, or we can learn using love, but at the end of the day, we're still going to learn and grow through our personal experiences in life. So the difference is that whenever you are learning through anger or any low vibe emotion, it's going to be more slow. It's not going to be as fun. And if you use love or joy to learn, then you're going to have a lot more fun. You'll be doing things you enjoy more, and you get to avoid everything else that you don't like, because that's the whole point of having fun and growing in love and joy. So you can teach others by using anger or by using love. You have probably experienced in your own life someone has been a jerk to you, and you learned how to build a good boundary because of it. Also, you've hopefully had the experience that someone was really kind to you and helped you feel supported, and you learned how to set boundaries from that standpoint as well, or how to basically create your own space so you can be you in your best light, in your best everything. It's not, whenever it comes to soul purpose, the destination is the same. It's all about learning and growing and teaching. So you can decide to learn whatever specific lessons you're going to learn in your life, but you can choose to do it quickly or slowly. So you can imagine it like trying to go from New York to San Diego. If you are in New York and you want to go to San Diego, you can drive from New York to San Diego, or you can fly, and you could also walk if you wanted to go really slowly. It's the same thing with our vibrations. If you want to have a high vibration, that's like flying. If you want to have a low vibration, that's like driving or walking. So whenever you're in a high vibration, when you're feeling good, when you're feeling on it, then you're going to get there a lot faster. You're going to learn in a much more pleasant way, and you'll learn the lessons a lot more quickly. So whenever we're out of alignment, the real question isn't, are we on the right path? We can never be off path because we are human incarnate and our goal is to learn. You can't ever be off path. You can be, how quickly are we going down the path and how much fun are we having? Okay, so that's the basics. Signs of being in alignment. This is pretty straightforward, and hopefully this is review for you, but if not, I hope you learn from it. Your dreams and goals seem clear and in reach. So whenever you're out of alignment, it's hard to get clarity. When you're in alignment, clarity comes easily and effortlessly, or you can recognize that you don't have clarity and you find the process of gaining clarity easy and effortless. You have lots of physical energy when you're in alignment, especially if you're an empath or a sensitive person. Your daily energy is going to be even more tied to your alignment than someone who is just a little bit less sensitive. Action steps feel effortless. Now, whenever you're in alignment, that doesn't mean you're never taking action. It means that the action feels easy to you, and that's perfect. There are very few numbing habits in your life. This means you're not going to sit there and watch TV for 15 hours straight, which is a type of numbing. Anything you do to stuff down emotions or to turn your emotions off is a numbing habit. So if you eat an entire cheesecake because you have emotions and you don't want to deal with them, that's a numbing habit. If you watch a lot of TV because you don't want to hear what's going on internally, that's a numbing habit. Few to no physical symptoms of illness. Now, just a quick note in case you have a chronic health condition, you are going to notice fewer symptoms whenever you're in alignment. If you are perfectly in alignment, then you may still have a chronic health condition, especially if it's genetic, but that doesn't mean that the flare-out days are going to be fewer and further in between whenever you are in alignment. When you're out of alignment, then the flare days tend to be more frequent. Now, if you're a reasonably healthy person, then in general, you won't experience symptoms of physical illness. When you are in alignment, you can't wait to wake up, not because even if you're not a morning person, just the idea of starting your day is exciting. It doesn't mean you wake up totally on if you're a night owl. It means that the day is fun for you, so you can't wait to wake up. You feel happy and peaceful, and everything seems to go right. Again, this is a perception thing. Not everything is going to go exactly as you imagine it in your mind, but it will unfold exactly as it needs to, and your perception will be that it feels right. It feels effortless. Help seems to come from everywhere, and you feel on it when you're in alignment, and miracles are happening in your life. The signs of being out of alignment are basically the exact opposite of what we just covered. Dreams and goals seem out of reach or fuzzy, and the process to getting clarity seems very difficult and stagnant. You have little physical energy, especially if you're an empath. If you're an empath and you're finding that you have no physical energy and there's no reason for you to not have energy, everything that you can tell shows that you should have energy. It's letting you know that you're out of alignment. Action steps are difficult or impossible to take, or it feels that way. You have many numbing habits. You watch TV for 15 hours a day, or for more than what is reasonable. You eat in order to stuff your emotions. You have many physical symptoms of illness. Once again, if you have a chronic health condition, what you'll want to look for here is you'll have more flare-ups and more symptoms when you're out of alignment than you will whenever you're in alignment. You will dread mornings because it means there's another day and you don't want to deal with it. You're going to feel depressed or angry the majority of the time, or any other low vibration emotion, and everything appears to go wrong. Again, it's fairly neutral. Things don't always go exactly as we imagine it, but you will perceive them to go wrong even when things are unfolding in your favor. Help seems distant or non-existent to you. You feel off track or lost, and miracles are not happening in your life. So how to align with your soul purpose? This is a technique that I tried when I was very early in my career as a professional intuitive. I decided to see what it would be like if I were to listen to my intuition before every single action that I took, and I call it radical intuition. And so I'm going to outline exactly how to use this. Now, this is fantastic because you're practicing what it's like to be fully aligned with your intuition and taking action. Now, first, I recommend setting some boundaries. Choose to do this for just 1 hour or just a full 30 minutes, whatever feels right to you. You can do a full day if you have the schedule for that, but just doing this for 30 minutes or a full hour on a regular basis will completely transform the relationship you have with your intuition, which will always guide you to your highest health, good, and wealth and happiness. First, you want to spend 3 to 5 minutes in a clear the mind meditation. This is just to help you release the old thoughts and feelings, and you do this by just breathing in and out and focusing on the breath. That's all you need to do for 3 to 5 minutes. Then you ask, what is the best action for me to take in this moment? And you wait for the answer to come through whatever way it's going to. Sit there and wait as long as you need to for an answer, and continue your meditative breathing while you wait. You don't have to rush this. When I first did this, I was very out of alignment. I was not very aligned in that period of my life. And I oftentimes had to wait 5 to 10 minutes for the answer to become clear, just because there was so much doubt that I had to continue breathing through it until I knew what the answer was. So give yourself permission to not know immediately. Give yourself permission to sit there and wait for a while. And once you know you have the answer, Regardless of whether it is as simple as making your bed or as complicated as working on a business proposal, you want to do it and follow it through until it is complete. Now, you do this for however long you have scheduled for that day. So if you have the full day scheduled, you'll work on this for the whole day, taking intelligent breaks when you need to. If you're doing this for an hour, you work on it for an hour. Just work within your boundaries, but you want to be as true to your intuition during that time period as you can. You're developing a habit here. You can always do this a little bit more later if you choose to, but stick to the boundaries for the first portion. Once the action is complete, assuming you still have time left, resume your meditative breathing and ask, what's the best action for me to take in this moment? Wait as long as you need to for the answer, and continue breathing while you wait. Again, sometimes it'll come very quickly. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Once you get the answer, regardless of how simple or complicated it is, just get to work as quickly as you can and follow through until it's complete. And you just do the cycle. You'll notice it's repetitive. It's supposed to be. It's a process of breathing, being, and doing. So you breathe, then you focus on your being, you ask what needs to be done, and then you take action. You follow the cycle until the segment of time you have set aside is complete. And that's really all you need to do, because that teaches you and trains you on how exactly to focus and really listen to your intuition so that you are aligned with whatever it is you need to create now. So go ahead and try this for yourself and comment below, what did you notice and what was your experience like? Now, I know I tend to give assignments and strategies that take a little bit of time. I do that because these are the best strategies and they work. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week on Psychic Sunday.